All right, hi everyone. Here is your assignment for today. This is also going to be your e-learning assignment or your digital learning day assignment for Thursday. So this is going to be turned in for Thursday for you to be counted as present for your digital learning day assignment. So you are going to be using the Enroads simulation. This is what we're going to use for our summative, and you are going to play around with it for a while and come up with a proposal first, and then we're going to have like a full class kind of summit. So in this assignment, you will work with the En-ROADS simulation model developed by Climate Interactive and MIT Sloan Sustainability to create a scenario that can mitigate, that means like lessen global warming to the internationality agreed target of less than 2 degrees Celsius and ideally 1.5 degrees Celsius. So we are trying to keep the amount of the temperature of the amount of heat that's being absorbed by our Earth. We're trying to keep that below 2 degrees Celsius, like that's from our like normal kind of place where we're at. Ideally, we want to keep it at 1.5 degrees Celsius. Right now, we're at about 3 degrees Celsius that our world is warming up kind of every like 10-ish years. So in addition, you're going to consider economic, political, and social issues relevant to successful implementation of your policies. So the first thing you're going to do, you're going to open this En-ROADS climateinteractive.org. This is a simulation that you're going to play around with. When you open this up, you're going to see a bunch of different things. You're going to see graphs, you're going to see sliders, you're going to see lots of buttons. Play around with it. You can watch this video. I would recommend watching this video because this is just a guy who created this, going over everything that you can do. There's like so much you can do, but you're going to do a little less than what's actually required on the video. But you should watch it so you can kind of see how the simulation is going to work. And then you have an extra resource right here, which is a one-page guide to the simulation. This is like a quicker kind of overview. The video is a full overview. This is a quicker one. See what you need. So then you're going to use the simulation. You're going to move things around. You're going to look for that big number that says 2 degrees Celsius or 1.5 degrees Celsius. Move things around. I wouldn't recommend moving things like to very extremes because you're trying to make everyone happy, right? You don't want, the coal people to just be like 100% taxed because they're not going to be happy. So we need to find a happy medium with everything. So after taking time to create your climate scenario with En-ROADS, your last step is going to be to write up a proposal following the assignment document. That's what is below. You should create a scenario on the simulation where the global warming is at the 2 degrees Celsius. Ideally, we want 1.5. So see if you can get it to 1.5 or under 2. So then you're going to go through, you're going to present your plan, summarize what your plan is. So you should have already done the simulation. You should be at that 2 degrees or 1.5 degrees. And so you should choose to share some screenshots. You can summarize what your plan is and pretend like you are presenting this to a big summit of like, this is how we can mitigate this global warming. Provide a short, memorable name for your plan. Then you're going to paste some screenshots. So paste a screenshot of the main En-ROADS interface showing your results. This should show all the sliders and it should show that big number, 2 degrees or 1.5 degrees. So put your screenshot. Then present 5 bullet points summarizing your most important policies. So the changes that you made and the outcome. So how the graph changed. So when I slid the renewables up, this is how the temperature changed. And so that would be 1 bullet point. You want to make sure that you have 5. If you want to add more because you have a nice big plan, you're welcome to add more. Paste the text from the action and outcomes document, all the assumptions and policy settings you choose in your scenario. You can access the outcomes, actions, and outcomes. If you need to know how to do that, go back up to the one-page guide to the simulation. Then you are going to share 2 screenshots of up to 3 specific graphs that caught your attention. So you should just share 2 of the screenshots, 1 and 2, and then add a brief note on why these kind of caught your attention and why they're important. And then section 2 is you're going to reflect. So you're going to reflect of like, how well do you think this proposal does in meeting the Paris climate goals? Remember, we have kind of talked about those where the climate goal is to keep it at that 2 degrees or the 1.5 degrees. If it does not meet the goal, why is this acceptable to you? Economy impact. So you're going to answer some questions about the economy. Equity impact. How can your proposal strive to increase equity across nations and different peoples? Environmental impact. To what extent might your proposal mitigate other environmental challenges? To what extent might your proposal cause or worsen the environmental problems? And then kind of this like realism without cynicism. Like, what would it take for your proposal to be realized, and what barriers might arise in the implementation of your proposals, and how might they be addressed? To get started, what actions and priorities are needed as soon as possible from like different businesses, civil society, governments, or the public. So you have today in class, which is Wednesday, and then you're going to have Thursday, your time for your digital learning day to kind of finish this all up. So if you get it all done in class today on Wednesday, then you just have to turn it in for digital learning day on Thursday. And if you don't get it done in class, then you have all of digital learning day to get it done. All right, sounds good. Have a good day, guys.